I was wondering if you would mind filling in the blank for us.
This inauguration has me feeling
very hopeful for our children, for their future. Can I do 2 more words?
It has me feeling cheated, sad.
Word by word, this inauguration makes me feel blank. Voters are filling in how they feel
This is a hard question.
ahead of the inauguration.
This inauguration has me feeling played.
Steps away from where President-elect Trump will stand.
The changing of the guard after 8 years. It's refreshing new leadership that will obey the Constitution.
Voters are split.
He's the president. He's not my president. I support him. I hope he does good, but I don't care for him.
This inauguration has me feeling patriotic to the max.
Being American is the one strand connecting those voters.
The peaceful transition of power is a pinnacle.
Would you guys like to answer this question for us?
This inauguration has me feeling excited because it is my first time I will see the inauguration.
For some, it's seeing history.
The election process is all about being an American. It doesn't matter how that turns out. We need to all support whoever the candidate is. They won the election through the process.
For others, it's moving history forward.
For me, I feel like every time the country has made a progression towards progress and actually fulfilling its values, there is a backlash. And I think this is part of that backlash.
Let's go back to Mike Valerio in Philadelphia, where the leader of the Republican Party saw a new opportunity today to attack Kane's credentials.
Well, Republicans here on the ground, no question, seizing the moment of disorder here at the DNC, and they're getting some help from Democrats who are here, of course, for their own convention.
This is what democracy looks like.
It's revolt right in the heart of Philadelphia. The email scandal sending protesters to the streets.
That just confirms something that we already knew, which the election was basically rigged right from the start.
Show them what democracy looks like.
Bernie Sanders supporters with police escorts in tow, determined to be heard, divisions on full display.
Justice! This march has taken protesters about 20 blocks in the span of a half hour, 95-degree heat that we have, and their goal is to make it to City Hall.
They made it with Republicans taking note. In a South Philadelphia boxing arena, RNC Chair Reince Priebus met us in the GOP's headquarters for the week.
We're not stupid enough to put idiotic things like that in an email.
He took aim at Tim Kaine, calling out the gifts and vacations the VP pick took while serving as governor.
Listen, I think it's pretty shady what Tim Kaine has done. I mean, look, but he's the VP nominee, so he has to answer for this stuff.
Shady, even though he's disclosed all of that to a fault.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think something's wrong with it.
Kaine's team says all the gifts were legal under Virginia law, and there was no corrupt agreement like the one that prosecutors alleged in the overturned conviction of former Governor Bob McDonnell. But Priebus said that Kaine won't help or hurt Clinton, calling him just window dressing. The Clinton campaign clearly disagreeing, citing Kaine's fluency in Spanish and connections to Hispanic voters.
Tim Kaine literally speaks to the Latino community.
Yeah, right, of course.
How do you do that?
Well, listen, we do it through a massive Hispanic engagement operation that our party's never seen before.
And of course, hours after his Democratic counterpart, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, was all but dethroned from her position here at the DNC, Reince Priebus told us that he's not sure what exactly his future will hold past November if he will seek re-election for chair of the RNC. For now, that's the latest here in Philadelphia tonight. Mike Valerio, NBC 12.
NBC 12 political reporter Mike Valerio broke the story from the floor of the convention. He joins us live from Philadelphia. And if you would, Mike, bring us up to speed.
Sure, Kurt. Well, the DNC wasn't going to let anything get in the way of the nomination of Senator Tim Kaine. So what they did, they threw out the script at the last minute and they went in a completely new direction. It was the moment that made it official. Tim Kaine, now Hillary Clinton's running mate, with Virginia's delegates front and center.
The excitement is off the charts.
But it was a moment that could have echoed the disarray of day one. Sources familiar with DNC planning tell us that Congressman Bobby Scott's speech to formally nominate Kaine was canceled, all because of fears that restive Bernie or bust delegates would rise up in protest. Scott offered a different explanation when we caught up with him.
I was given the choice of speaking at 4 o'clock or at 9 o'clock, and I think you would have picked 9 o'clock like I did.
But these delegates are eager to extend olive branches to Sanders supporters. Alfonso Lopez bringing up Kaine's widely respected character among those in Congress.
These are folks who can barely work with each other, and they all love our senator.
For Atima Omara, it's Kane's progressive credentials.
He's been a civil rights lawyer from the start. He could have taken an amazing law firm offer right out of Harvard Law School. He went to be a civil rights lawyer.
Kane's team hopes that his fluency in Spanish will offer more enthusiasm for the ticket.
My father, who's Venezuelan and an American citizen now, thinks my former boss, Tim Kaine, has flawless Spanish.
Virginia's delegation isn't just at the center of the floor, it's at the center of the convention's attention as one of its own prepares for November.
I mean, before it's like Virginia's like somewhere over in the back. You know, we're just happy to be here. Now it's like, oh my God, we are the stars. We're sitting up front. It's really, really great to experience. First time in 100 years we'll finally have somebody on the presidential ticket.
Not just happy to be here anymore. Okay, so Senator Tim Kaine is not done yet. Of course, he has to make his primetime debut tomorrow night with Hillary Clinton on the stage behind me as the nominee. But for now, we're reporting live here in Philadelphia. Mike Valerio, NBC 12.
As photojournalist Dan Heffner shows us, this is the first time Warren has seen one of these aircrafts in about a decade.
Unit was 43rd Bomb Group, 64th Squadron. I was co-pilot, B-24. We flew 10, 12 hours, depending on the distance we traveled. But we were mainly bombing on north coast of New Guinea. Man, I tell you, this is something else. The thing that killed me was the last B-24 I saw. Oh, it's been 8 or 10 years. They had altered the fuselage and put passenger windows. It ruined it. This was like it. That was this. I was looking at those wheels. Look at the size of that baby. That's what killed us. Tore that wheel off, tore the strut out. And then the wings were flat on the ground. We had a blowout. A big tire blew out on takeoff, doing 100 miles an hour. Pulled the wheels right off of it, and we slid on the belly right on. Lost the tail gunner. He was in the bomb bay, riding in the bomb bay. Plane caught fire, bombs exploded, and everyone scattered. This was the life I knew. It's a real education to see the plane again, to see a copy in such good condition.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service. You got a good handshake on you.
Thank you. I'm still vile.
I started drawing when I was 7 years old.
It has been more than 70 years since, and Ronald Irwin continues to draw.
Watercolor, it would be a lot faster.
From memories,
but it wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be as good.
To medical illustrations.
My dad wanted me to go into medicine. And at that time I was applying to go in. They weren't accepting any people of color into the School of Medicine.
But that did not stop him.
I'm gonna be the best I can be.
And he was being published in countless textbooks.
I don't know, a lot of them.
Similar books were studied by paramedics like Colin McCann.
I met him back in March.
While doing community paramedicine, checking on neighbors like Ron.
We go out into the field and we discuss with the citizens ways to correct issues that they're having.
When he wasn't able to correct Ron's medical issue, he reached out to NBC 12 for help.
If he was able to have better teeth, it would make him get out in the community a little bit more.
See, Ron lost most of his teeth, causing health concerns.
The lips are pushing back into the teeth that he does have, and they're wearing holes in the back of those. It concerns me of oral infection.
It also creates discomfort and embarrassment, keeping Ron at home alone as he lost his wife 10 years ago to cancer.
When I lost her, I lost a lot of things.
So he keeps himself isolated, embarrassed about his teeth, surrounded only by his artwork, which he wishes he could share
my little panda
by teaching others.
I don't get out. I don't get out much.
The massive plume of smoke could be seen from miles away. Whoa. That small explosion all the more ominous, given reports that someone was home when the fire started.
What we're thankful for is no one was hurt or seriously injured.
Did you lock the car back? Yeah. Our crews rushing toward the blaze as firefighters raced against the clock. Dominion Power on scene tackling any electrical hazards.
These guys did a great job. Thanks to their hard work and effort, no one was injured, and the situation was brought to a safe conclusion.
This all happening just steps away from the Kroger shopping center. I want to walk you around this way and show you. It's a very active scene with several fire units responding. They were able to get the blaze out within minutes.
The shopping area was never at jeopardy given the large space.
But that large space, one of many challenges for firefighters.
Access, heat, although it was successful, you know, it's a lot of toll on the guys. So
crews navigated down a 1,500-foot long driveway in sweltering conditions.
This residence positioned deep in the wood line, but again, well-trained firefighters, prepared for situations like this. We practice for these types of situations over and again, and today the training paid off. And the hydration paid off because we've been preaching hydration quite a bit too with the heat that we're enduring.
This major operation all in a night's work for some of Chesterfield's finest.